In this segment, I'll be discussing about the crystal field theory in coordination compounds. The crystal field theory, it is an electrostatic model which considers the metal ligand bond to be ionic, which is arising purely from electrostatic interactions between the metal ion and the ligand. The ligands, they are treated as point charges in case of anions or dipoles in case of neutral molecules. The ligand may be an anion or it may be a neutral molecule. The 5d orbitals in an isolated gaseous metal atom or ion, they are found to be degenerate in nature. That means they do have the same energy. This degeneracy is maintained if a spherically symmetrical field of negative charges surrounds the metal atom or ion. When this negative field is due to ligands in a complex, it becomes asymmetrical, and what happens? The degeneracy of the d orbitals is removed. This results in the splitting of d orbitals. The pattern of splitting depends on the nature of the crystal field. It may be octahedral splitting or tetrahedral splitting. Let us see the octahedral splitting first. In an octahedral, this is the octahedral splitting. In an octahedral coordination entity, octahedral coordination entity means the central metal ion will be surrounded by 6 ligands. There will be repulsion between the electrons in metal d orbitals. There will be repulsion between the electrons in metal d orbitals. See, this is how the ligands surround the metal ion. There will be repulsion between the electrons in metal d orbitals and the electrons of the ligands. So, such a repulsion is more when the metal d orbitals is directed towards the ligand than when it is away from the ligand. Therefore, the dx squared minus y squared, here you can see in the picture, the dx squared minus y squared, that here this is the d orbitals which is found to be degenerate. This is after the splitting. We are having two levels, T2g and Eg. So here the dx squared minus y squared and dz squared orbitals which point towards the axis along the direction of the ligand, they will experience more repulsion and will be raised. They will be raised in energy, and the dxy, yz and xz, dxy, yz and zx orbitals, they are directed between the axes which are lowered in energy relative to the average energy in the spherical field, relative to the average energy in the spherical crystal field. Therefore, the degeneracy of the d orbitals has been removed. Therefore, the degeneracy of this d orbital has been removed. The degeneracy of the d orbitals has been removed in an octahedral complex due to ligand electron metal electron repulsions to yield 3 orbitals which is having lower energy, that is the T2g set, and 2 orbitals having higher energy, which is the Eg set. What do you mean by crystal field splitting? The crystal field splitting is the splitting of what? Splitting of degenerate levels due to the presence of what? Due to the presence of ligands in a definite geometry is termed as crystal field splitting. So, what is crystal field splitting? The splitting of the degenerate levels due to the presence of ligands in a definite geometry is termed as crystal field splitting. And the energy separation between T2g and Eg, it is denoted by delta O. Here the difference between the two, this is denoted as delta O. This is denoted as delta O, the subscript O. This represents octahedral complex. So, the energy of the two Eg orbitals will increase by 3 by 5 delta O, and that of the 3 T2g will decrease by 2 by 5 delta O. Okay. O is octahedral splitting. This crystal field splitting, it depends on what? It depends upon the field produced by the ligand and the charge on the metal ion. Some ligands, they are able to produce strong fields, in which case the splitting will be large, whereas Other produce weak fields and consequently they result in small splitting of d orbitals. There is a series known as spectrochemical series where the ligands they are arranged in the increasing order of field strength. It's an experimentally determined series which is based on the absorption of light by complexes with the different ligands. Now let us see how the electrons are arranged in the T2G and EG levels. If one electron is present in the d orbital, there is no problem at all. That electron will occupy the T2G level. If two electrons are present in d orbital also, it won't be a problem. If three electrons are present, it won't be a problem. The problem arises for d4 ions. For d4 ions, there are two possible. If 4 electrons are present in d orbitals, there are two possibilities. Either the electron will pair up in T2G level or it will occupy the EG level. So here this can be explained based on pairing energy. This can be explained based on pairing energy as well as the difference between the T2G and EG levels. If delta O is less than pairing energy, what happens then? The fourth electrons enters to one of the EG orbitals giving the configuration as T2G3 and EG1. So this type of ligands where the delta O is less than pairing energy, they are known as weak field ligands and they form high spin complexes. If delta O is greater than pairing energy means this fourth electron will pair up in the T2G level itself and the electronic configuration will become T2G4 and EG0. The ligands which produces this effect, they are known as strong field ligands and form ligands which produces this effect, they are known as strong field ligands and they form low spin complexes. If we see the calculations, they show that D4 to D7 coordination entities, they are found to be more stable for strong field as compared to weak field cases. And if you see the splitting of d orbitals in the case of tetrahedral complexes, it is found to be reverse. EG will be tetrahedral coordination entity formation, the d orbital splitting. Here this is the octahedral splitting. In the case of tetrahedral splitting, this is found to be reversed. And the d orbital splitting is found to be smaller compared to this octahedral splitting. And for the same metal, the same ligands and metal ligand distances, it can be shown that this delta T, the difference, that is delta T is equal to 4 by 9 delta naught. And therefore, the orbital splitting energies, they are not sufficiently large for forcing pairing and therefore low spin configurations are rarely observed. This point is very important. Why in the case of tetrahedral complexes low spin configurations are rarely observed? This is because the orbital splitting energies are not sufficiently large enough for forcing pairing. Therefore, low spin configurations are rarely observed.